This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Rolex watches, once touted as surefire investments and flaunted for their sky-high resale prices, are experiencing a surprising dip. This shift can be traced back to a confluence of factors. The pandemic fueled a surge in demand for luxury goods, pushing Rolex prices far above retail value. We all recognize that Rolex is known for its high price tags, but what is behind the sudden shift in their prices? In today's video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will investigate the reasons behind this unexpected trend. We will look into factors such as the collapse of the pandemic luxury bubble, shifts in consumer behavior, and Rolex's production strategies. Analyzing these aspects will help us better understand why these desirable watches are no longer commanding the inflated prices they used to. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so to stay updated on our future videos. If you are interested in luxury watches, you have likely noticed some significant changes in the market, especially with Rolex. While Rolex prices have fallen, there has been a remarkable rise in popularity for brands like Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet, with vintage models reaching astonishing prices. It seems the watch world has a new set of stars. Recently, the watch market has been quite volatile, with ups and downs that are both exciting and unpredictable. For Rolex, the situation has been challenging, as the Bloomberg Subdial Watch Index shows a 2.2% decline in September last year alone. In contrast, entry-level luxury brands like Omega remain stable, indicating that the high-end segment is feeling the squeeze while more accessible luxury watches continue to thrive. Since life has returned to a semblance of normalcy post-pandemic, the frenzy for high-end watches has subsided. Factors like rising interest rates and the crypto crash are contributing to this shift. In response to these market dynamics, Rolex is adapting its strategies. Rolex is increasing distribution, particularly in fast-growing Asian markets. Despite recent challenges, the brand remains committed to its strategic approach, supported by a compelling reputation that keeps it at the forefront of the luxury watch industry. Since the pandemic began, and especially in the last 8 months, prices for the most sought-after modern Rolex models have skyrocketed, but it appears they have reached a plateau, according to current trends. Paul Altieri, the founder of Bob's Watches, has some insights on this, noting that the models that were once heavily hyped are now facing declines. For example, a watch that surged from $10,000 in October to $115,000 by May has now settled around $111,000 to $112,000. According to Altieri, this shift represents a return to reality, or at least a movement towards more reasonable prices. He attributes this cooling trend to the negative sentiment in the stock market, using the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona reference 116500 as a prime example. Launched in 2016 with an initial price of $4,550, it soared to $50,000 in the secondary market by May but has since dropped to between $42,000 and $44,000. This is not just a minor decline, it is a significant drop. As the market stabilizes, that bubble bursts, which relates to how the luxury watch market works, leading to a price correction. Additionally, consumer behavior seems to be shifting. The focus on conspicuous consumption may be waning, with buyers prioritizing value over inflated prices. Rolex itself has also contributed by reportedly increasing production, particularly in Asia. This increased availability dampens the perception of scarcity, a key driver of the past's extreme premiums. Finally, not all models are created equal. The most dramatic price drops are concentrated in models that experienced the biggest hype during the peak, suggesting they might settle closer to their original retail price. In conclusion, the Rolex market is undergoing a correction, with extreme price premiums potentially becoming a relic of the past. Even Rolex's popular steel models, like the eye-catching Oyster Perpetual, are not immune to market fluctuations. Launched in September 2020 at $5,600, these watches attracted significant attention, peaking at $17,500 by April. However, they have recently cooled off, now settling around $14,000. For those who might have missed it, these Oyster Perpetuals come in a stunning array of dial colors, from turquoise to coral red, all crafted from Rolex's durable oyster steel, which not only adds vibrant color to the luxury lineup, but also preserves the brand's renowned waterproof qualities. Rolex is not the only brand feeling the market's chill. Other luxury giants are experiencing similar declines. For instance, models like the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak and Patek Philippe Nautilus have seen their prices drop by as much as 30% since April. Among the other factors that contributed to the market shift are the recent cryptocurrency crash to the dips in luxury watch prices, suggesting that inflated values were driven by hype and speculation. However, there is no need to panic just yet. Some view this as a typical market correction, with a modest pullback of 5 to 15%, though there are exceptions. If you walk into a Rolex dealer and find no stock, it is clear that supply issues persist. He notes that the market is simply taking a breather. Despite these adjustments, some models remain strong. For instance, a newly introduced left-handed Rolex GMT sold for $38,500 in late June, well above its $1,050 retail price, highlighting the lasting appeal and value of certain timepieces. In the luxury watch world, craftsmanship meets high style and premium price tags. We are talking about top-quality materials selected for their durability and exceptional design, with dials crafted with intricate detail that reflect both tradition and innovation. Many of these watches are painstakingly handmade, ensuring that no two pieces are identical, each with its own unique story. High-tech electronic watches are equipped with features like heart rate monitors and GPS tracking, capturing a huge portion of the market. Meanwhile, mechanical watches are making a strong comeback, not just as timekeepers but also as major fashion statements. When it comes to buying these beauties, online platforms offer convenience and a vast selection, but we should not overlook classic brick-and-mortar stores, which still have that old-school charm. These timepieces are highly coveted, especially limited editions that exude exclusivity. To maintain this unique appeal, top brands carefully control production numbers. Customization is also a significant trend, allowing for personal engravings or dials that represent individual journeys, turning already distinctive watches into personal statements. It is a way of saying, "This watch is uniquely mine." Couples watches are also gaining popularity, designed to coordinate while still featuring unique details, often at a discounted price. One standout feature in some high-end models is meteorite stone dials, which not only look stunning but also contain a piece of cosmic history, making every glance at your wrist a moment of wonder. Additionally, advanced features like moon phase trackers and intricate tourbillon movements highlight engineering brilliance, appealing to those who appreciate mechanical marvels. As we continue to explore the possibilities of what a watch can accomplish, the line between timepiece and art beautifully blurs, encouraging us to value these creations beyond their functionality. This landscape includes a mix of electronic and mechanical watches found all over the globe, from North America to the Middle East. In terms of competition, heavyweights like Rolex are pushing everyone to elevate their game, focusing on innovation and strategic growth to stay ahead in this fast-paced industry. Now, let us discuss the Swiss watch scene. According to analysts, there is a noticeable divide between the big brands and the smaller ones. The big names, with their long waiting lists, are selling quickly, while smaller brands are facing a tougher path. However, the luxury watch market is still vibrant, with trends like customization remaining popular as people seek unique timepieces. Couples watches are also in demand, promoting matching styles for partners. While some brands may face challenges, others are preparing to thrive with their unique designs and cutting-edge concepts. So, whether you are interested in a classic Rolex or exploring a new brand, the Swiss watch world offers something for everyone, all about finding that perfect blend of style, innovation, and a touch of wow factor. What are your thoughts on the watch market update we discussed in this video? If you found it enjoyable, please consider leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for future updates and more content. Thank you for tuning into the luxury world, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our upcoming videos.